Hello, Internet! I'm Elliot the Purple-Haired Doofus, and welcome to Buddy Reads, where I read a small selection of a book and review it for you. Today we are covering issue number 12 of Fables by Bill Willingham. I hope you've read that issue yourself, because I do not want to ruin anything for you. So this issue starts off with Big B sitting in his office, talking with Sleeping Beauty. And she says, I don't know how it happened. I was at the jewelry store, and I pricked my finger, and I fell asleep. And as you know, according to the curse, everyone around me has to fall asleep, including the people that work there, the people that work for me, and all the security. I apologize. Big B says, you gotta get that under control. You're Rick. Have a couple of thick gloves made for your hands. He says, that works for the winter. But what about the spring and the summer? And he says, make it your thing. Rich are eccentric. Make that your eccentric thing. He then shoos her off out of his office, and he's leaving. And the doorman says, excuse me, there's a Monday here to see you. And a Monday is one of us. One of the normal humans that have nothing to do with Fables. Wolf is like, tell him to meet someone else. And he says, no, he asked for you specifically, sir. Baby's like, he asked for me? Who the hell is this guy? And then we get a short little snippet of Prince Charming being an asshole again. He's basically swindling this woman out of staying in her place. And she's like, I want you out of my apartment. He's like, I'm way ahead of you, darling. I'll be out of your hair in a second, Molly. And she's like, who the hell is Molly? I mean, Chrissy. No! He does it on purpose. Misses her name on purpose just to make her so mad that she kicks him out of the place. Just like, wow, he is just a slimy slime ball. Oh my god. We then have Big B meeting up with the Monday, who is a guy named Tommy Sharp. And Tommy Sharp happens to be a newspaper reporter. And Tommy Sharp comes up to him and he says, I know all about you. I know all about you and all of your kind. I know exactly what you are. And Big B's like, what? He's like, I know that all of you have secrets and I know every single one of them. Big B's like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking babble right now. And Tommy says, I'm going to expose you. Do you want to say anything before I do? He's like, I don't know what you're going to expose me for. And he says, you're all immortals. You live forever. How can you not see that? And Big B says, I don't know what you're talking about. Tommy Sharp says, I think that you're all vampires. And I'm going to tell the world that vampires exist. And Big B's like, vampires, really? Holy crap, you're serious. Big B's like, look, dude, you're way off. Print whatever you want. People are going to think you're crazy. And Tommy's like, I'm going to win a Pulitzer for this. You'll see. He runs off. And then we see Big B, and he is back in the Fabletown High Tower, and he's talking with Bluebeard, Jack, Old King Cole, all of the high-ranking men of Fabletown about Tommy. And he says, you know, this is bad news. If he prints this, it's bad news. Even if, like, the majority of the world doesn't believe him, there still will be crackpots. There still will be Mondays out there who believe that we are vampires, and they will come to us hoping that we will make them vampires. And we've got to put a stop to this. And Bluebeard is kind of like sitting back, like sharpening his knife, and he's like, you know, should have just killed him. And Big B's like, trust me, I was about this close, but we're living in a different age now. We couldn't do that. They're like, what do you suggest? And he's like, I have a plan. And then we see Bluebeard and Jack, and they are getting all dressed up in black balaclavas, black clothes, and Bluebeard is giving him a weapon. And Jack says, what do I need this for? It's not part of the plan. And Bluebeard says, trust me, you might need it, and it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Especially a weapon. Jack's like, okay. We then see Prince Charming and Sleeping Beauty, and they are dressed to the nines. And they go into the building in which Tommy Sharp lives, and they say, hey, we're here for the big party. And the security guy's like, what big party? And it's like, come on, it's a big party. You know, the big party upstairs. He's like, I need to know your name and number and who you're going to talk to. This is a secure building, sir. I can't let anyone else. Prince Charming goes, oh, drat. Darling dear, I left my invitations in the coach. Do you mind just sitting here for a bit? And she's like, fine, I'll sit here, darling. Just hurry back, my love. And they're really hamming it up because they actually hate each other. But Snow sits down on the couch and she just goes, takes off her gloves and pricks her finger, and her sleeping spell makes everyone in the building fall asleep. It's just like, yes. Then we have Big B and Jack, and they are waiting outside, and Jack bums a cigarette off Big B, and they're talking about vampires. And they're talking about how rich people would pay to be a vampire. And Jack is like, well, maybe I could use those photos for something. And Big B's like, forget it. Don't you even think about it. Standing there waiting in front of a tree, and the tree is slowly growing thorns. And Big B says, oh, it's the thorn phase. Okay, we're ready to go in. And he calls in Jack and Little Boy Blue, and they go into the building. And they're going up the stairs, and Little Boy Blue's like, anyone else feel like we're in a keeper right now? It's just like, yes, I do. And it's awesome. But they go into Tommy Sharp's apartment, and they find Tommy Sharp passed out on the toilet. Little Boy Blue does. Jack is working on the computer to erase all the files off the computers, and Big B is tossing the place. He's tossing the apartment, and he's tossing papers everywhere, and he's just looking for all the photos that he can. And he gets them all together, and Jack comes out, and he's like, well, I have good news and I have bad news. Good news is that I wiped all the files off of his computer. The bad news is I saw records that said that he had sent all of the pertinent files to secure locations on the internet that I can't get to. So it doesn't matter that we've taken everything from him off of his computer here or out of his apartment. He's got it all backed up. And Big B says, well, crap, what are we going to do now? Jack says, I have an idea, but it kind of depends on how evil you truly want to get. And that's where the issue ends. Oh my god, this comic is so good! Wow! I'm loving it right now. It's so good! I love the Keeper. I'm loving how they use the curses in such a creative way. I never would have thought to bring Sleeping Beauty into a building to make everyone fall asleep so that they can sneak in. That's just so good! Oh my god! I can't wait to read more! Thankfully, I don't have to. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you like this video specifically, go ahead and click that like button. Go ahead and let me comment letting me know what kind of curse you would use to your advantage. Like the Sleeping Beauty trick. I've been Elliot the Purple Hair Doofus. This has been Buddy Reads, reminding you to watch your pajama radius. And I will see you all in the next issue of Fables by Bill Willingham. Toodles!